In the wild ocean, one creature stands above all, the orca, nature's ultimate predator. Their intelligence and power have led to awe-inspiring and sometimes terrifying encounters with humans. Today, we dive into 12 shocking attacks that reveal the true nature of these animals, starting with the chilling story of trainer Maris Ellington. Orcas are not monsters, but complex social animals with profound family bonds and ingenious hunting strategies. Yet, when confined to concrete pools, their wild spirit can erupt with devastating force. Let's explore the moments when the line between our world and theirs was tragically crossed. Oceanfront Park, Florida. Maris Ellington, a dedicated marine biologist, believed she understood Kale, a 6,000-pound orca. Subtle signs of Kale's distress, erratic calls, refusal of commands, were dismissed by management. The show went on. On a sunny day, Kale's agitation was clear. Tail slaps, aggressive movements. During a routine maneuver, Kale abruptly pulled Maris underwater. The audience's cheers turned to horror as Maris struggled in Kale's world, overpowered and trapped. Emergency protocols failed to save her. In those final moments, Maris faced the raw, untamable force of the ocean's apex predator. Her story is a stark warning about the consequences of captivity. The wild cannot be contained. Tilikum, captured near Iceland as a calf, endured relentless bullying and isolation at Sealand of the Pacific. The stress built until, in 1991, it erupted. Kelty Byrne, a young trainer, slipped into the orca pool. Tilikum and two females pulled her under, blocking her escape and tossing her between them. Rescue attempts failed. Kelty drowned. This was not predation, but frustration and confusion unleashed by captivity. The tragedy foreshadowed more to come. Sealand closed soon after, but the warning was clear. Captivity can twist intelligence into danger. The attack on Kelty Byrne was a turning point. 3 orcas, forced into unnatural social dynamics, acted as a coordinated unit. When Kelty fell in, they immediately seized her, cutting off escape. For 10 agonizing minutes, they held her underwater, ignoring trainers' desperate attempts to intervene. This shattered the illusion of the happy captive. The incident proved that orcas' wild instincts, warped by stress, could surface with lethal results. Kelty's death was a direct result of denying these animals their fundamental needs. The lesson was brutal but largely unheeded. By 2010, Tilikum was SeaWorld Orlando's star, despite a deadly history. Trainers were forbidden from entering the water with him, but Dawn Brancho, an experienced trainer, worked closely with Tilikum. After a show, Tilikum suddenly grabbed Dawn by her ponytail and pulled her in. The attack was swift and brutal. Tilikum refused to release her. Dawn's death made global headlines and forced SeaWorld to end waterwork with orcas. The documentary Blackfish later argued Tilikum's aggression was a product of trauma and confinement. This tragedy marked a turning point in public perception. The risks of captivity could no longer be ignored. The era of orca shows was ending. At Marineland of Canada, trainer John Sillick performed with Candu 7, a captive-born orca. During a show, Candu bucked Sillick off and lunged, grabbing him and pushing him to the tank's bottom. Sillick suffered severe injuries, fractured vertebrae, a crushed pelvis. Another orca intervened, allowing Sillick to escape. He survived, but the attack was a brutal reminder. Even captive-born orcas retain their wildness. The incident left Sillick with lifelong injuries. It was a wake-up call for the industry. The power of these animals cannot be trained away. At Loro Parque, Cato, a young male orca, was being trained for a new show. On Christmas Eve, trainer Alexis Martinez entered the water for rehearsal. Cato became agitated, but the session continued. Suddenly, Cato lunged, dragging Alexis to the pool's bottom and ramming him against the walls. The attack was fatal. Alexis died from his injuries and drowning. Initial reports called it an accident, but the autopsy revealed the truth. Even experienced trainers can misread a stressed orca. The consequences can be catastrophic. In 1971, SeaWorld San Diego staged a publicity stunt. Secretary Annette Eckes, with no training, rode Shamu for cameras. Shamu ignored commands, then grabbed Eckes by the leg, shaking her and refusing to let go. Trainers struggled to intervene. After several minutes, Shamu released her. Eckes needed over 100 stitches. This was the first recorded captive orca attack on a human. The warning was clear but largely ignored. These were not gentle giants, but powerful predators. The risks were underestimated from the start. Kasatka, a dominant female orca, was known for her intelligence and unpredictability. In 1999, during a show, She grabbed trainer Ken Peters by the foot and pulled him underwater. She released him, only to pull him back down repeatedly. Peters remained calm and eventually escaped with a broken foot. The attack was calculated, not frenzied. Kasatka demonstrated total control. Even the most experienced trainers were vulnerable. Orcas' intelligence makes them formidable and unpredictable partners. At Marineland of the Pacific, trainer Bud Crames was riding Orky 2 during a show. Orky suddenly grabbed Crames and pulled him to the bottom. Corky 2 joined in, and the orcas passed the trainer between them. After several tense minutes, Crames was released, injured but alive. The incident showed how quickly orca social dynamics can escalate. Aggression by one can trigger others. The risks of group housing were clear. Orchid, a young orca with a traumatic past, attacked trainer Rick O'Berry during a routine interaction. She lunged, pulled him into the water, and held him under. Emergency protocols were activated. O'Berry escaped, shaken but alive. Orchid's early trauma likely contributed to her aggression. The incident led to new safety measures. It highlighted the link between psychological well-being and safety. Trauma in captivity can have dangerous consequences. Taku, a young orca with unpredictable moods, was performing a rocket hop with trainer Steve Abel. Taku failed to perform, then grabbed Abel's foot and pulled him under. It was a clear act of dominance, not a full attack. Abel stayed calm and was released, shaken but unharmed. The incident, witnessed by a live audience, was another warning. Even minor frustration can lead to confrontation. Orca behavior is never fully predictable. Kasatka, known for her challenging temperament, gave clear warning signs, loud vocalizations, and jaw-popping, before attacking trainer Mike B. Ignoring these signals, the trainer proceeded and was grabbed, dragged, and shaken underwater. Emergency procedures were enacted. Mike escaped with injuries. The attack was a direct result of ignoring orca communication. Kasatka's message was clear: respect their signals. The lesson was painful, but vital. Understanding orca language is crucial for safety. Orcas are the ocean's apex predators, and their power demands respect. These 12 incidents reveal not monsters, but intelligent beings pushed beyond their limits. The warning signs, agitation, non-compliance, aggression, were often there. True safety means respecting these signals and questioning the environments that provoke them. The legacy of these stories urges us to treat orcas with caution and respect. The ocean's apex predator belongs in the ocean,